a national hero whose murder remains unresolved and millions of Orlando Pirates fans still waiting for closure.
I think the most important thing is that fans want justice, and it's not just football fans, it's South Africans. They want justice. But more important, the Meyiwa family will also get closure.
The 26th of October 2014, a day that shocked many and left a nation in mourning. Orlando Pirates goalkeeper and national hero shot in cold blood at his girlfriend Kelly Khumalo's home.
And the day Senzo passed away was, first of all, a huge shock to Orlando Pirates, but it was also the Bafana Cup. So I think it just reverberated through the football fraternity. It was a very, very sad day. To lose a personality as big as Senzo, a person who was at the peak of his powers, had pulled off a heroic performance, in Lubumbashi, against TP Mazembe. A lot was still expected from him, from a national team perspective as well, as Orlando Pirates. So it was just a huge shock and also just a sad day.
And now, more than a decade later, a courtroom still searching for the truth. 11 years on, the murder trial drags on in Pretoria with more questions than answers. The accused, Muzisibiya, Bongani Ntanzi, Mthobisi Mncube, Mthoseni Maphisa, and Fisokuhle Ntuli, all charged with murder. The court resumed on the 14th of April, with Nisi requesting a further postponement.
The amount of work that I needed to cover there was almost more than 40,000 pages. But with me, my lord, and I'm not trying to argue with the court, with me is not only reading, it's to read and to analyze, compare and contrast, and to formulate my argument in respect of the cross-examination, in respect of the forthcoming cross-examination.
But I'm saying you're not ready to
I'm not ready, my lord, to proceed. I'm not ready. Otherwise, if I had to come here and tell the court that I am ready, that will be an injustice to Mr. Sibiya.
Nisi finally began his cross-examination almost 4 months later on the 19th of May. Gininda insisted Meyiwa's death was a contract killing allegedly orchestrated by his then-girlfriend, singer Kelly Khumalo. Yet the question lingers, why hasn't Khumalo been charged?
You had indicated that at some point there was an application for a warrant of arrest against Kelly Khumalo, which was not authorized.
I think the focus on this matter was not on Kelly Khumalo, but on the 5 accused that were there. Maybe the strategy of the state was to say, let's first look at the trigger pullers. So it may be that Mr. Gininda has his views and motives that are there. He has the right to say that he's the one who was doing the investigation. But for now, the way this prosecution has been channeled is to say, we'll find out motive at a later stage. It is not a pre-requirement in order to get you for murder and other charges that I've charged you with. But I want to focus on the trigger pullers. Once I've done that successfully, I'll then go to the second phase of this matter, in which I'll then say, let me look at the motive. Maybe it will persuade you to say, since you've now been convicted, don't you want to bring the person that instructed you to do this to the fore, so that you all take the blame or become a state witness? Maybe that's what the state is trying to do with this matter.
I believe that when you're saying a person is the mastermind, you must have proof that that particular person sent one of the accused or the accused to go and kill a person that he or she might want to be killed. So I think with that, it's unfortunate that there's not much proof of linkage that is direct. There may be proof that there was messages that were sent between Kelly Khumalo or her and one of the accused, but what was the message saying? What is contained in those messages? It's suspicion, but there's no evidence.
In June, the state presented new images accused 2 Bongani Ntanzi, seen with an oval beard and hoodies, and accused 3 with what appears to be a gold tooth. The state alleges Manqoba was a dreadlock gun-wielding intruder who shot and killed Meyiwa, while Ntanzi was the hooded suspect who fled with money and cell phones.
The descriptions now, to a certain degree, fit the descriptions that you may have on the photos, what they used to wear and how they used to look like before they came to court. So I think what they are trying to achieve is to say what our witnesses have done is exactly how the accused used to look like. So in terms of linking that, I think it was a good way to try and support their case.
Accused number 1, Muzisibiya, claims he was assaulted and tortured by police here on the day of his arrest. By mid-October, the trial took a decisive turn. The defense opened its case on the 13th, calling accused 1, Muzisibiya, as its first witness. He took the stand in his own defense, directly challenging the state's version of events. He denied any involvement in Meyiwa's murder. This despite his alleged confession, placing him at the crime scene on the day of the shooting. But the crucial question, where was he on the day of Senzo Meyiwa's murder? But his alibi came under scrutiny. The The state confronted Sibiya about his bank statements, which show a number of transactions in Gauteng in the weeks and days leading to Meyiwa's murder. Sibiya claims that Mbali, the mother of his child, was responsible for the transactions, though some questions remained.
The mother of his child, how was he surviving if he needed money unless there was no money in the bank account? But there was money. It could be proven that money was thrown out or was withdrawn in trade. So those explanations sometimes are problematic.
It's a bit improbable for someone to have a card that stays on with someone else. Meanwhile, they are saying, I derive my income from this. And that person will then engage in a series of transactions which are not maybe necessarily linked to them, like buying masculine clothes, going and buying alcohol. Not to say that there's a gender basis of classification which is linked to that. But at the end of the day, there's a series of things and a certain pattern which must be followed.
The other headache is the testimony of key state witness Constable Senzo Meyiwa, placing all 5 accused at a gathering at this hostel on the day Meyiwa was killed. Zungu's evidence suggests the murder was planned here and that he saw the accused returning in a haste and exchanging firearms, with Sibiya announcing Meyiwa's murder. Zungu's testimony exposed even deeper family ties among the accused. He is the grandfather of accused 1 Sibiya and uncle to accused 2 Bongani Ntanzi. Sibiya's evidence further revealed that accused 5 is his uncle and that Kwabini Zungu, the man who allegedly hosted the gathering, is his brother and a friend of accused 2 Bongani Ntanzi.
So the mere fact that when the trial started, they flatly denied knowing each other, probably that's going to work against them. And now the court will have these questions of saying, but wait a minute, if you know each other, not only as friends, but as relatives, why didn't you deem it important that you tell the court that these are the type of relations that you have? But what that does, it helps the state in terms of proving the doctrine of common purpose, to say these individuals had a common purpose in terms of committing this murder. They have not acted or participated equally. You have masterminds, you have providers of funds, you have individuals that actually went in, which we call the trigger pullers, but the intention was one. What fuels this intention of the common purpose in which I'm stating to you as a judge is the mere fact that these individuals are not people that saw themselves or met on the day of the incident. They know each other, they've met with each other, they share blood relations.
He warned these claims could lead to bloodshed.
What he did by mentioning my name, he was inciting violence in a sense that people would die. Not only these accused will fight amongst themselves or fight with me or think that I'm the one that implicated them.
He even threatened to recuse himself from the case. But for the Meyiwa family, justice remains elusive. Are we any closer to the truth?
I don't think so. I think maybe give it another 24 months and only then we can see the end of this trial. Reason being, remember that there are 5 accused. So each accused must have their moment within the box with their witnesses. And there's still cross-examination that still needs to happen in all of them. So if you then say, and the amount of breaks that you would have and the usual holidays that are applicable in any year. So you then say, accused number 2, let's have your individuals and witnesses that are there. Accused number 3, 4, 5.
But if the trial within a trial is anything to go by, it could be weeks, if not months, before the court rules on the admissibility of Sifiso Kwabini Zungu's statement. Proceedings are set to resume on the 19th of January as a long search for answers continues.